Corey in the chat says it best. It's going to be a big day today. Corey, you're damn right. Oh, do I feel good today? What is up, universe? This right here is your sports and sports betting brand of record. We like to call it Driving the Line. You can call it hashtag DTL. We're here every single day, live on the weekdays, 10 a.m. Eastern time, on demand on the weekends, but we're here 7 days a week, while other brands are reevaluating, trying to figure out how do we get going come September. We grind, and we grind every single day, but we can't do it without you. Now, we're also the most transparent show in all of sports betting. Yesterday, there's a reason we have a crew. Me and Charles, solid. My man Charles, 5-1-1. I was 3 for 4 if you count my crew exclusive. Phillies, Pirates did exactly what I told you they were going to do. I learned my lesson on Jalen Brunson. We'll discuss him a little bit later in Educate and Entertain. But as always, I can't do it without my partner, my 5-2 player. I need to see that big old fat smile that I love so very much. And AB, Big Cheesy in the chat is already talking about I could be a little hangry this morning. I have not eaten since 5:30 p.m. Pacific time last night. But I'm feeling good. I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to bust those odds up. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, what did you have last? Was it a pork chop?
Pork chop and eggs. Yeah, pork chop and eggs.
Nice, man. Nice. All right. When do you get to eat again? What is the next meal?
9 a.m. I'll have eggs again. It's a lot of protein. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. is my window for eating.
Okay.
That's my window for eating. So
nice.
Right now it is 7:02 my time. So I still have a couple hours left. So I'm going to try and keep it positive. But I tell you what, last night was positive, wasn't it? DTL After Dark. How many tickets did we cash for all the crew members that arrived with us last night for a full hour?
I think we cashed all of them except what did I go with? The Mariners Twins over 4.5. They ended up at 4. But I think that pretty much all the rest of them came through. It was, man, you, Big Chuck, Raphael was on it, man. Last night was fun. Last night was a ton of fun. And for all the, premium crew members, like it's the quote unquote, the dog days, like would you say? No, we're just getting started. We're going to have more and more of these shows coming for you. 100%, man. 100%.
So how can good people who are not crew members, how can they be a part of what we're doing as far as the crew exclusive content?
Yeah, man. 2 easy ways. All right. So if you're on your phone, mobile, whatever, just scroll down right next to the subscribe button. There's a join button. Click that. You'll be done in 60 seconds. Or you can just go down to the show description right there. And you can just click the link. You can do it that way too. And Coach, we have to give away a piece of merch. And since our man, because me and you lost the inaugural. We lost the Detail After Dark Challenge last night. We lost Big Chuck and Raphael. So Dan Clark, that's who's going to get it. Big Dan, he brought it up in the chat. Our man has been faithful and loyal and bringing it every single day. So Big DC, got you, buddy.
All right. AB will reach out to you. We'll get that address. We'll get that in, and we'll get that sent out to you. Again, it takes maybe 2 to 4 weeks because our partners, they'll get it to you, but sometimes it takes a while. We're still getting that process down. Now, we always have the process. We always remember our good friend Howie Schwab with the Howie Schwab Crew Play of the Day. What are our choices today? Because the crew hit last night with the Timberwolves. Talk to me, AB.
Crew was all over it with the Timberwolves last night. Well done there. All right, Cavs plus 11.5 or Celtics minus 11.5. Are you going Mavericks plus 3.5 or Thunder minus 3.5? 2 games in the NBA, 4 options. Polls in the chat. Vote now. All right, and we will update as we always do at the end of the show. And Coach, may I make an announcement as well?
Of course.
Okay, so, the sports books doing it again. College baseball. They have not released our totals for today. So here's what we're going to do. Normally, we would run the over show. All right. Premium only today at 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to open that up for everybody today. All right. Free. Everybody can come in. 2 p.m. Eastern. You can look on the YouTube channel. Show's already created. You can go ahead and click the like and notification on that show. We will run it for everyone today. So you're getting a second show strictly of college baseball totals today. Come in. It's a blast. We have a ton of fun. It's the most interactive show that we do. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. 2 p.m. Eastern today.
So that means we've got 3 live shows today, because then at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we have DTL Golf as we break down the Wells Fargo. And we got the full crew here today. All 4 members will be on the show today. So it's a full day. Turn on those notifications. Every time we start a show, you get notified. It is that simple. All right, AB, are you ready, big boy?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? All right, the crew is standing by. The best in the business. It is now time, producer man, for the picks. And when you go 5-1-1, you get the first 15 seconds of the show all to yourself. The man from the dirty, Charles. 15 seconds is yours. Go. Good morning.
Hey, morning, Coach. Morning, crew. Yeah, exciting day yesterday. The gambling gods, they blessed us enough to have a nice rebound day from the weekend. So, you know my motto, we enjoyed yesterday, blinders on. We're focused on today. We're only as good as what we do today. So let's cash some tickets.
You're damn right. Last night on DTL After Dark, I said, you like anything in the Dodgers game? He goes, Coach, I love the over. I love the first 5 over. I love the Dodgers' first 5 team total over. Did any of those hit, Charles?
I believe so, Coach.
I believe so, Coach. All of them hit last night, because that's what our man does. Now, he is our numbers guy, the best in the business. Can't do it without him. Rafael Esparza. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Had fun last night. We cashed tickets all last night, and then when you guys were blowing up my texting all last night, I was forced to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because I had a great prop bets. But it was fun. I also called the Dodgers 2.5 run line, which covered at 6-3, taking the plus money instead of laying the heavy wood at -1.5, -160. So, but Charles crushed it last night in that Dodger game.
Yeah, we cashed 5 different tickets on the Dodgers game. If you count AB's Dodgers money line and the over.
And Shohei got the home run.
Oh, and Shohei hit the home run. 6 tickets on 1 game. That's next level kind of stuff. Soupy, so sorry you weren't a part of it last night, but you're here today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, crew. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. It sounds like it was a lot of fun last night. Don't worry. I cashed a couple of bets myself last night, and we're going to cash some more tonight because that's what we do here at DTL.
You're damn right. Best beer in the game as well. Don't even second guess it. By the way, AB, I know your ears are tweaking. Reed says, listening and watching while I make a Sam's Club run. Anybody need an extra large jug of cheese balls? AB?
Yeah, hey, look, Sam's Club, definitely the way to go. You want to buy in bulk, you're going to save your money, right? Very under-the-radar pick. I'm trying to sound like Mel Kiper here. Sam's Club, definitely good option to get. If you're going to buy the membership, get the gold membership. And they give you boxes, all right, the way that they, instead of using bags like they would at the grocery store, they just, kind of save money, right? Those boxes are unbelievably valuable. And little secret of the pros here, if you bring those boxes back in decent order, may or may not get a little 5 to 10% off your next month.
Little kickback.
Yeah, little kickback. Also, if anybody ever watches the show The First 48, if your episode starts off in the woods, not good. Not going to be a good episode. So any First 48, fans out there you go. All right, sorry, go ahead.
DG said yesterday, I miss AB and his randomness. Case in point. Now, we've got a lot to get to today. By the way, shout out to Mel Kiper and my boy Dari Noka. We're all about supporting everybody. Their 14-year run. I started my weekend radio show at ESPN the same time they did. 14 years getting up on Saturday mornings to do ESPN radio. That ended this past Saturday. Shout out to you guys. That's a next level grind every Saturday morning for 14 years. A lot of missed soccer games. Shout out to you guys. He was the best. When you see him walking down the hallway, you felt like you were looking at God. Like, is that Mel Kiper? All right, let's get into it today. We got Champions League. It's the second leg. It's the back leg. That means it's a completely different mindset. So, Charles, not just because you were 5-1-1, this is 3 p.m. Eastern. It's day soccer. We've got to start off on a positive note. Get us going.
Yeah, we have PSG and Dortmund. This is the second leg of the semifinals, which concludes this week with PSG attempting to erase a one-goal lead in the capital city. The Parisians have been much better at home, only losing one match in 5 outings, with the Frenchmen averaging 2 team goals at the Parc des Princes. Dortmund, they understand the task at hand. The Germans will attempt to protect their lead as long as possible, but the Black and Yellows have had their struggles on the road, only winning 2 of 5 games away from home while averaging 1.2 team goals on the Autobahn. We should expect PSG to apply pressure from the opening whistle. And unlike last week, where we witnessed a plethora of missed chances to score, I anticipate more clinical finishing, with the Frenchmen carrying the load and Dortmund contributing on their end as well. So we'll go ahead and back the over 1.5 first half goals, over 3.25 full-time goals, both teams to score in over 2.5, and PSG team total over 2.5, and on that over 3.25, if it lands on 3, you do get half your stakes back. But I could definitely see a 3-1, 3-2 type final score.
Some of you out there that may not be that familiar with soccer betting, the reason that we put these 2 together, or these 4 together, the reason it makes sense is because there is no tomorrow. This is the second leg. It's got to be wide open. They have to try to score, which then means on the other end, they may have a little less defense. Charles, this is next level kind of stuff. Great job by you. By the way, Raphael, I did not have Autobahn on my bingo card to be mentioned on today's show. Did you?
No, I scratched it out of my write-up for one of my plays. I had it on there, but I scratched it out late.
And who are the Black and Yellows? Who are the Wiz Khalifas of this show?
That's Dortmund.
Dortmund.
The BVB. Yep.
Black and
Pittsburgh
yellow.
Steelers. I thought they were the
Black and yellows, black and yellows.
They scored 5 goals on Saturday, by the way. Dortmund, they're on 5.
Dortmund's my
5 goals. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Raphael, I'm coming over to you. Let's stay in baseball. We'll do basketball last, because right now, I think the biggest misconception, Raphael, in sports betting, specifically baseball betting, is if they've done this many times in a row, you got to come off of them. We can ride them till the wheels fall off. And the offense right now is on fire, which means what?
I can't believe the Dodgers team totals over 4.5. I sent this play in last night thinking I wasn't going to put a number because I thought for sure the books would have made it 5, 5.5, because I had 4.5 minus 140 last night. I woke up this morning and I'll lay the heavy wood again. Give me the Dodgers team total over 4.5. They've won 5 straight. 4 of those games they've hit this number. The only game they didn't was 4-3 win over the Atlanta Braves, and Charlie Morton pitched that game, so I can understand them not going over that total. They're playing the Marlins. Me and you could score a run against the Marlins. Give me the Dodgers team total over 4.5. Again, it is minus 140. I wouldn't take anything higher than minus 140, but give me the Dodgers team total over.
Is Coach muted?
Oh my
Are you
God.
on mute?
Oh my God.
Yes, he
Oh
did.
my God. All right. I'll own that one. I was coughing, and I forgot to turn myself back on. I cannot believe I just did that.
Coach,
It's here in my eye.
we can turn. Yeah, sorry, we can turn that around. All right, so for you doing that, we're gonna give a shout out in the chat. Omar, his son's birthday. All right, turns 14.
Okay.
All right, Troy, happy birthday, buddy. That's from Coach personally for that mute right there.
You're damn right. You're damn right. A little behind the scenes, I'm always grinding my guys about the mute button. Come on, turn it, and then I just do it. You got to lead by example, ladies and gentlemen, and I just fell off the cliff. But I'm back now. What I was saying was, I don't even remember what I was saying. So I'm going to go next because I have 3 plays in Major League Baseball today, including the Dodgers game. If you're going to do it, let's do it. Last night, AB was the only smart one. He goes, how about both teams to score at least 3 runs? We're like, the Marlins are never going to score 3. They had 3 in the first 2 innings. So we're going to go over 8 tonight, minus 115, because the Dodgers offense, they'll get to 6. Raphael just told you that. And Marlins, they'll give us 2 or 3. Then I love the Twins on the money line, minus 145. Ride it till the wheels fall off. 13-1 in their last 14 games. They beat the Mariners yesterday with Luis Castillo on the mound. They're at home. It doesn't matter who's pitching against them. They are on fire. And then speaking of fire, the best team in the major leagues, and you're going to give me only 30 cents as they continue to win. They won 6 in a row, 10-1 in their last 11. If we lose, okay, I've won the last 6 days in a row. So that's 6 out of 7. Let's ride this till the wheels fall off. It's a philosophy, and I absolutely love it. Those are my 3 plays. Now, Soupy, let me come over to you because you have the Yankees on the money line. I need you to explain yourself.
Well, I think a lot of people might be a little upset with me because Justin Verlander is pitching in this game.
Ooh.
He has been great. He has been great. He's only had 3 starts this year, but they are not giving him any run support. In the last 2 starts, just 3 total runs of support for him. And now they're going against the Yankees, who, of course, at the beginning of the season, swept him in 4 games. And I still think Justin Verlander could pitch great. 163 batting average the Yankees roster has against him. But what a lot of those games in that first 4-game series, they lost a lot of these games late. The bullpen has been terrible. 4.41 ERA. I believe it's 6th or 7th in the league. So they lost a lot of those games late last year. That's what I think could happen at Yankee Stadium. They can make a comeback. The hitting is great. Judge is hitting now. Stanton is hitting now. As that lineup starts to come together with the way Juan Soto has been hitting and Verdugo, they could get a win late in this game.
All right, and that game, as I look at it, is 7:05 at home. And these are the games that a lot of people stay away from, Soupy, because they say, oh, I'd rather lay 40 cents and not play against a good team. This is when you make these plays against good teams, and you find the advantage just like you just did. Stand by for your hockey because, AB, I'm coming over to you. You've got 2 baseball plays today, and I absolutely love that the books now will give us some exotics, as I like to call them, the both teams to score at least 3 runs because you target those better than anybody. You're up.
2 plays, Major League Baseball. First, we're going to go Rangers-A's. This is going to be a matchup of 2 starting pitchers that will be out of the game very early. There are going to be runs and hits all over the board, and we're going to get to those bullpens here. So we're going to ride the over 8. And I want to give a shout-out here real quick while we're looking at these picks. The big homie plus money is 1,000% correct. Today are the best hitting conditions of the year. High humidities, low barometric pressures in lots of places, including winds blowing out. Nukes galore tonight. Absolutely correct. And that's why we're going down to Atlanta, GA. The Red Sox, Braves, both teams to score 3+ runs, -115. Atlanta, the battery is going to be a launching pad tonight.
What was that B word that you said, AB? Could you read that again for me?
Barometric pressure, sir. I learned that 8 minutes before the show. No, I'm kidding.
Shout out to Elliot. He says, what up, crew? Love when I'm able to catch at least part of the show live. Feeling like DG. Coming in 16 minutes late. Line of the day. DG's not even here yet. We're almost 18 minutes into the show. He'll arrive. No problem. He'll arrive in a couple of minutes.
Did we get an update on the chipmunk versus cat?
Oh my goodness. We haven't even played the video yet. I just got so caught up. We have a video of maybe we'll put it on social media. Maybe that's what we need to do. Look who just shows up. Look who just shows up on cue. DG is in the chat. You have any questions for him? Put him there. He'll answer them in real time. Like, why does your wife talk to a chipmunk like they're a 6-month-old baby? Why do you do that? Ask him that. We'll get that video out. You'll agree with me. AB, that chipmunk's in the house courtesy Duke. Brought it in the mouth, dropped it, and let it run around the house.
Oh,
Next
wow.
level kind of stalking.
Benevolent king. Oh, that's
It
either
is.
really nice or really sadistic. I don't know which one that is yet.
All right. Last night, unfortunately, the Panthers took it on the chin. But if you watch GTL After Dark, we were talking about that over the entire game. And late, empty net, Soupy. I've never seen it in my entire sports career where a team, they were down 3 goals, but they made the empty net with 6 minutes to go in the game. It was only a matter of time. And Boston got that late one to cover the over. But tonight, we've got another big-time game, but you like the under. Yeah. Why?
Well, first, I had the under last night, and I was sitting there
there's
no way. There is no way. 5 minutes, and they're going empty net. I'm like, could we get a miracle? Could we get it? And we didn't, of course. But tonight, I think the game one, it was 4-3, but I think that's an outlier. Both teams had under 26 shots in game one. And Carolina led the league this year in expected goals against per 60. And Igor Sherskin has actually been incredible. 5.8 goals above expected. It's just second behind Jeremy Swayman in the playoffs. And the Rangers, they were actually 5 for 5 in penalty kills. These are two great defensive teams. I think for the most part, we're going to see these lower scores, the under fives, all throughout the rest of the series. And I think it's even going to be a long series. So I'm going to go stick with the under 5.5 because I think that's how it's going to be for the rest of the series.
Clearly, you didn't watch last week. A brand new offering at our merch page is the brand new hottest selling T-shirt. I hate unders because I hate unders so very, very much unless they cash.
That's what I was going to say. I hate unders until I take that pay ticket to the window.
You're damn right. You're damn right. All right, we've got 2 picks left, and they are in the NBA. And I got to tell you right now, I am so into these NBA playoffs. And Soupy, I'm going to come right back to you for a reason. You're on the Cavs. They're getting 11.5. That looks like a big number until you look at it and say, well, maybe they're a little bit tired. Well, Donovan Mitchell, 89 points in the last 2 games. That could be a negative, but clearly you see it as a positive. Why?
Because I'm also thinking rest versus rust for the Celtics. And the Cavs have actually played the Celtics pretty well this year. They did lose by 11. So you would cash that, and they've actually won a game against the Celtics this year. And you look at their numbers, they're not too far from each other. In effective field goal, Boston is 52.3%. Cleveland is 53.5%. The adjusted defense, Boston is 111.2. Cleveland is 112.6. These two teams are not that far apart from each other. And there's not going to be any Jared Allen for Cleveland. There's not going to be Porzingis for the Celtics. I think it's going to be a lot of perimeter shooting. And both teams are really good at perimeter shooting. So, and I love the way Donovan Mitchell has been playing in the last couple of games. So I definitely think they're going to keep it close. I don't know if they beat Boston, especially in the Garden. That's always a tough place to play, but I think they keep it within at least single digits.
And he's been a tremendous leader as well, taking other guys under his wing, something I've never seen before. So shout out to Donovan Mitchell. Now on the other side, Raphael, the star for the Boston Celtics. And he's been up, he's been down, but the Celtics as a team have been spreading it around. That rhymed. Why do you think he does not get to 28 tonight?
Well, I'll answer that question, but for those bettors, the Soupy, wait for that number. Almighty Circa moved it to 12.5 this morning. That tells me that probably took a high 5-digit bet on it. So we might see copycats follow that suit, 12.5. So make sure we keep an eye at that number. We have plenty of time to place your bets on that Cleveland plus the points. On the other hand, Jason Tatum, I just don't think he's going to have that big of a game. He's going to have an all-around stat game. He might have 20 points. I mean, his last game, he only had 16 points. Their last 3 wins, the Celtics have won. They've only given up 84 points or lower. I think if the Celtics do win this one, this could be an ugly blowout game where maybe Tatum doesn't need to score points. He hasn't hit this number, and he's hit this number 3 out of 4 games. I just think Tatum under 27.5 points, laying 3 nickels is the best bet. He has a great game, but not scoring-wise.
Conversely, and I didn't get a chance to look this up, but Derek White went off at the end of the last series. Would you like his numbers? I don't know what they are right now, but he's a guy that has come out of his shell offensively.
I think the books have caught up. I don't have caught up on his numbers, so I'd probably double check and look at it one. And again, I think the money's going to come in on Boston, so those players' numbers are going to go high. I would look at Cleveland betting numbers for player props on this one, because if they keep it close, that means their betting numbers will probably be a little bit more favorable.
All right, very good. Charles, let me come over to you. You're our resident live betting expert, and you always love to tell us and the crew when to play it live. Do you see this, because it's 11.5, Soupy's on the 11.5, do you see this as a perfect spot to live bet, maybe wait till a little bit into the game?
You could, but this is maybe one that may get away from you. You may not even get that 11.5 again. You know my theory on this one. Probably see a blowout game 1, then in game 2 will be closer as well. So, I mean, if you want to, you know, you.
Wait a second. Soupy, did you?
Don't you do it? No, I wasn't going that way. No.
You just said blowout. You could see a blowout. That's what you just said.
I did say that.
Picked the cap. I feel like he's doing this again, AB. I feel like he's doing this again. That's how I
No,
feel.
you're doing that.
I've been backing Charles for the last 2 months, and now I think
Back up. Oh,
Coach knew what he was doing.
Coach, I think you're the best guy on this show. You are the smartest, you're the genuine, you're just all around the best. Thank you, Coach, for letting all of us just be on this show, and thank you. Just really, really appreciate it.
I'm just letting that just pour all over me right now. I'm just letting it just sink in for a second. AB, before we get to our discussion portion of the program, I hate to do it, but Big Cheesy's asking, what's the food talk for today? 30 seconds or less, please.
Yeah. We'll be real quick. All right. So first off, shout out to Adam's Barbecue here in Nashville. Their food truck's fantastic. And what we're going to go with is food truck etiquette. Okay. You have to be able to get up, make your order, and get out of there. Okay. That's why baseball is such a good sport. Get in the box, be ready, know what you're going to do, and then get the hell out of there. We've got to move it quick. So food truck etiquette, be ready, prepared, 2 people in advance in front of you, know your order, pay your money, boom, done. Everybody gets to enjoy it.
Hashtag levels to the food game. We got the best in the business. Shout out to Scott, always taking care of us. He says White's number is 16.5, Raphael, and 3.5 threes is his number also. Does that change your thought process at all? 16.5.
Yeah, because I think it was around 13, 14 throughout the whole playoffs. So I think they adjusted way too high. The 3-pointers, it could be very interesting because he loves to shoot the 3 ball. They dish it out to him all the time when he's open in the corner.
Very good. That is the first game today. Again, there is a second game tonight as well, the Mavs and the Thunder. Can't wait for that one. But we are so much more than just a sports betting brand. We try to give you knowledge, give you takes that you can take with yourself. It may not help you today with your betting, but it could help you into the future. Charles, who clearly runs the show, Big Cheesy says so, he'll take a little break right now as we educate, entertain. Greg says that you guys are the best. Thanks. No, Greg, you're the best. Thank you. Now, there's not a whole lot of love going on right now down in Miami. And I know Z-Man wishes he was on the show today because, gentlemen, yesterday, somebody sent me some sound from the OG of all OGs, Pat Riley. He's been a great player, a great coach, a great GM. He's won titles everywhere he has gone, specifically LA and Miami. But his best player, Jimmy Butler, was running his yap all throughout the Celtics run to then blow them out in the final game. So what did Pat Riley think about Jimmy Butler, who didn't play at all, running said mouth?
For him to say that, I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? If you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut in your criticism of those teams.
AB, I'm going to start with you. Your best player, this could affect the team, how you put the roster together. If Jimmy Butler ain't happy, nobody's going to be happy. What did you make of that sound?
Well, if Jimmy Butler's not happy and Jimmy Butler's not a part of this team, you're kind of blowing this thing up. And here's the tough part is that I cannot hate on what the Miami Heat have done going back to the big 3, right? Like Riley got all of them discounted, right? Like, I mean, the dude has done his job. But man, you start talking about the Heat without Jimmy Butler. I leave it for somebody else to jump on here, but it ain't good, buddy. Like that is a different locker room, man.
All right, I'm going to go to Soupy second for a reason. We saw what this team would be like, Soupy, without Jimmy Butler, to AB's point, and it ain't good. Your take?
Yeah, and the thing is, Jimmy Butler's controlled this team. You saw him last year against the Celtics and how much he dominated, even with the Celtics making that comeback. Who shut them down in Game 7? It was Jimmy Butler. He is the most important player on this team. They have a great players, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. They have a great assemble of players, but nobody controls that team the way Butler does. And again, will Butler go somebody else? Will this now sway him to go somewhere else where he's wanted? And again, first off, I love Pat Riley for saying trolling. I didn't think he would ever even know what that word is. But this is huge now, because if Jimmy Butler doesn't want to go back to Miami, he becomes one of the biggest free agent names coming this offseason. And a lot of teams would love to see, again, looking at what he did in the playoffs last year and looking at Miami and how they did without him, they know he's an important player.
All right, so you brought up a good point. As Raphael, I come over to you. Jimmy Butler in a different uniform, perhaps? What do you got?
I mean, yes, I do believe he's going to be in a different uniform. Riley doesn't say that unless he knows something. So I think he knows something. I think it's time to maybe let him go. He's not reliable. He's always hurt, Jimmy Butler. Yes, he's going to be a nice free agent, but not a healthy and young free agent like it's going to be out there. We have the 76ers, the favorite at 2-1 to get Jimmy Butler. The Pelicans at 4-1. Think about the Pelicans. They can swap Ingram to take him over to Miami and bring Jimmy Butler there. That's what I'm hearing. Brooklyn Nets 6-1. Don't see it happen, but keep an eye out for the Sacramento Kings at 8-1 for maybe Jimmy Butler to go to NorCal and play over there. They got pieces for him to be around. He doesn't need to be the star focus of that team. I think that could be a Sacramento Kings could be a player, and grabbing 8-1. I think it's a nice price.
Oh, Jimmy Butler in Sacramento. I've been to Sacramento. We used to do Monday Night Raw in Sacramento. Sunday nights are the worst. It's the deadest city in America. I hated Sacramento. Oh, hey, Big Cheesy. How you doing? Good morning. So, topic number 2. Player versus team. Prop versus team total. Performance against spread it around. That's what we had last night, AB. Jalen Brunson. And I lost this play because I thought the Knicks would spread it around. But he's now turning into an absolute superstar for the New York Knicks. And he went 43 points in 44 minutes. Flip side, Minnesota, coming out party in front of everybody, just slapping the Nuggets around to the tune of up 26 at halftime. Anthony Edwards, measly 27. That's all he had. Didn't hit his number of 28 and a half. So are you feeding in your mind in the playoffs to props or team? Talk to me.
Team. And I'll tell you why, Coach. I think that you were spot on with what you were talking about yesterday. And yes, I understand. All right, the Brunson pick didn't hit. However, your thought process is not wrong here, okay? And the further that we go, props are going to be tough. Look, who was it? The name that you just said, he scored 27 last night.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes, okay. So that was the most bet player prop across the board of points over 28 and a half. Comes in at 27, all right?
Wow.
In a hell of a game, right? But doesn't get it there. I like playing the teams here, and specifically team totals and totals in games overall. Game 3 between the T-Wolves and Nuggets, dude, the Nuggets are entering a danger zone, and I think it's going to be an under because I think it's going to be a blowout, son.
I do too. Karl Anthony Towns went just short on his post-game press conference, Soupy, or talking on the court. Basically, they said, what do you think your crowd's going to be like? He's like, they've been hyped all year. It's going to be even better than what we know. So are you leaning into props right now, or would you rather look at a team like Minnesota and say, you know what, that team, and my guess is the sports books will probably still make the Nuggets a favorite. I doubt it, and Raphael's going to tell me in a minute, but it wouldn't surprise me if it swings that way because they're the defending champions. Your take, prop, team?
I think I'm taking the team because you even looked at the game. They didn't even have Rudy Gobert. They had Karl Anthony Towns playing mostly center in that game. And just right now, the Minnesota to me is looking like the most complete team. And you could see that they didn't need Anthony Edwards to have his big game for them to absolutely blow out the defending champions on their home court. So this is the most complete team right now because you never know what's going to happen with an individual player. Like we just saw, Anthony Edwards didn't have the best game. Jalen Brunson, amazing game. Fourth straight 40-point game. But Could the Pacers maybe? I mean, the Pacers don't play much defense, but you never know. They could adjust. They could maybe, play him a little better. He could go down with the points. I'm taking a complete team right now, so absolutely take the team.
Okay, so everybody's on team so far. Taylor says no, player prop king. So, Raphael, let me come over to you. I was way off. Timberwolves are 4.5 minus 110. That courtesy of BetMGM. But based off what we've seen so far and the tickets that we've cashed or talked about, what's your take on this topic?
I kind of like both, and that's why I'm going to dive into both. That game will probably get pushed all the way to 5. I see Minnesota be a 5-point favorite. Minnesota's minus 110 to win the Western Conference Finals right now, or to represent the Western Conference Finals. That's crazy what a 24-hour status can do. But Jalen Brunson, you know what his number was in game 1 against the 76ers? Was 31.5 total points prop total. And then he went back-to-back under games with Philly. And then his second or third game 3 was 28.5 his scoring total. You know what his total is next game? 37.5 points. So I have to say prop total just because I'm a numbers guy. And I'd love to see what the sportsbooks do. But while moving it almost 10 points from game 3 against Philadelphia, that's crazy what it is. So I'm going to say prop bets on that one.
AB, go.
All right, question. And Raphael or Coach or Soupy, correct me on this, but I believe the Timberwolves have won every game, covered every game in the postseason, and done it by like 17 points or something, some number. I don't. Are we are they UConn status? Like, is that, are we just riding them like UConn until they tell us to stop?
Soupy, go ahead. He mentioned UConn.
You can't. You have to ride the hot team. You really do. You saw them do it against Phoenix again. Phoenix, they were a 6 seed, but they still had Kevin Durant. They still had Bradley Beal. They still had Devin Booker. And now they're doing it to the defending champs, the defending champions in the Western Conference, which we all believe is the better conference in the league. So you can't imagine not just continuing to ride that until I'm going to ride it until the wheels fall off. Hopefully it doesn't happen until they host the Larry O'Brien.
Damn right. Minnesota, they look amazing. By the way, I don't want to take something away from all of you at home. So listen to Manzi, man. Hit the like button. Don't make me tell you again. Take it down, hit the like button, put the chat up, and keep on talking. That's all you got to do. Look at the humongous number watching live today. Let's go. Come on. We do all the work. Hit that like button for us. All right, gentlemen, well done. Great analysis. I just got a text from you-know-who, and he's feeling a little bit left out, so I believe it's time for the whip around. Okay, I got it. Charles runs the show. I get it. Now, last night, Charles, or as AB likes to affectionately call you, Big Chuck, we hit our little going the yard play with Shohei Ohtani. I believe 3 of us picked Shohei yesterday, and you all can vote on the X 4 choices, or you can write in one if you so choose, but please participate. Here it is, Garcia, Shohei again, who's been ridiculous, Matt Olson, Francisco Lindor, and Mookie Betts also with the Dodgers. So we got 2 Dodgers on the board today. Charles, where are we going, big boy?
I'm going back to Matty Olson plus 300. He is beyond due. So let's see if Matty Olson can go ahead and get us one. But honorable mention, Rafael Devers. He's had some nice success against Lopez as well. So if you wanted to look at Rafael Devers in that same game to go to the yard, I wouldn't be against that. But yeah, Matty Olson plus 300.
Very good. AB, real quick. Did you notice who's in the chat who has blessed us with his presence, who has finally said, you know what? I'm just going to simply go to the more entertaining show. Our man Chad has arrived, and he has written Charles in Charge was an underrated series. Truer words have never been spoken. But, Chad, where have you been? AB, how do we address this?
All right, so first off, all right, Chad, number 1, we loved. Number 2, had a hilarious message just a second ago. He was giving a shout out, or he was giving a giveaway of that he'll shout somebody out on his Twitter page of 5 followers. Dude, Chad's the best. Hilarious. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Chad's awesome.
Chad, love having you over here. Show up on time. All right, Raphael, let me come over to you, big boy. Who's going the yard today?
How do you not take Ohtani again? If you're the Twins, the Mariners, the Giants, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Cubs, why didn't you spend $1 billion to get Ohtani? I would have gave him $1 billion. I would have named the Sears Tower if I was Chicago to offer him. Give me 3-1 Ohtani until he proves me wrong. I do like Mookie Betts at plus 450, but give me both of them because I need points. I need runs today for the Dodgers.
Oh, getting greedy over there, Raphael. I will say this. I live out here right smack dab in the middle of Ohtani land, and I've never seen a player in the history of time get $700 million and not one person say he is overpaid because he's got 2 countries that love his ass so much. I love this dude. Love this dude. All right, Soupy, where are we going?
I got to go with Raphael. I mean, Ohtani hit a home run last night. Wasn't it Sunday? He hit 2 home runs. So he's on a run right now. He could get close to Ken Griffey Jr., Don Mattingly territory, with those consecutive home run streaks. I'm going to go with Ohtani tonight.
All right, 2 for Ohtani, 1 for Olsen. AB, talk to me.
Okay, so last night, if anybody had Jose Ramirez on this list, he went yard too. So we hit multiple from yesterday's picks. But I'm going Francisco Lindor. I think the Mets are going to have a big day against the Cardinals. Also, shout out because it's asked in the chat about the Diamondbacks. Yeah, pay attention there. The Diamondbacks can put up some runs today. There could be a lot of bombs out there in Cincinnati.
All right. Very, very good. Those are your choices. Again, you can go vote, be a part of it. You're not following us on social media. It's at Driving the Line for everything. Go there. Just hit that because we put a lot up there, too. A lot of shorts, a lot of reels. We try to cover you. Now, the whip around, if you're not here at the top of the show, we got you covered. We do every single pick. 1 explanation, 10 seconds or less on each one. But, Charles, I got to start it off because I'm a next-level soccer handicapper. And I played in Bundesliga 2, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. How do you pronounce it? Schalke?
Shaka.
Schalke. Played Schalke -1/4 at -140. That's going to cash, big boy. They won 5 games in a row against the worst team in all of Bundesliga 2. So I'm starting off the whip around with that bonus play. It's not even on the board. I just did it in the last 10 minutes. Multitasking. Charles, start us off.
Nice, Coach. I'm going to go to the Champions League. PSG Dortmund, we're going to grab the over 1.5 first half goals, the over 3.25 full-time goals, both teams to score in over 2.5, and lastly, PSG team total over 2.5.
I love you so much. All right, Soupy, go.
Yeah, I'm going under 5.5 for the Carolina and New York. I think game 1 was an outliner. I think it's going to be much better, much closer game, much under. And I'm going with rest. I'm going with rust for the Celtics. I think Cavaliers keep it close. Give me the plus 11.5. And Yankees money line. Do not sweat if they're down at the beginning of the game. The Astros have one of the worst bullpens in the league, so I think they can make another comeback. Yankees on the money line.
1 game in each sport. That is next level. Raphael, our numbers guy. Go.
Liddy says the next new Netflix show, Everybody Loves Ohtani. I would watch that because gambling influences would be on that show. But give me the Dodgers team total over 4.5. DraftKings now has it -120. I'll still lay the -120, -140. Give me all the numbers. I think the Dodgers put up this number easily. And then Jason Tatum under 27.5 points, -3 nickels. Everybody loves unders when you're watching NBA playoffs.
You're damn right they do. And if you're going to cash with the coach, you're going to do with these 3. Phillies on the money line, -130. They've won 6 games in a row. We're going to get to a point where it's going to be 50, 60, 70 cents every day. Let's ride the wave until they lose. Twins, same thing. 13-1 in the last 14 games, -145. Mariners, they are playing at home. Then Marlins, Dodgers, over 8, -115. Cleared this last night. We're going to clear it again today. Marlins score at least 2 or 3 runs, and the Dodgers hit that team total. They score 5. You put it together. You know what time it is. All right, AB, bring us home.
Launching pad today in Major League Baseball. Rangers A's over 8 -115 or 3 nickels, as Raphael likes to say. Same price for the Red Sox Braves. Both teams to score 3+ runs.
Before I let the guys get out of here, do I or do I not, gentlemen, and you guys shake your hand or you can talk if you want, tell you how much I appreciate your dedication to the team, how much I appreciate you showing up, making your picks, doing what we ask you to do for the long game, right? And putting everything else to the side. Do I do that all the time? Yes. Yes. Well, here's what DG just wrote in the chat. I will have some walk parlays out later. Couldn't get him done now. Why? Oh, he's currently at his kid's field day, and it's effing raining. Raphael, your thoughts?
Ooh. You can handicap in a car. You can handicap anywhere you want. I've handicapped at doctor's office and stalls. You can handicap all over the place.
Didn't need to know that last part, but I get the doctor's part. Soupy, would you ever go to a kid's day in front of supplying your picks for the crew that have been hitting?
Is it family or the fans come first? It's always capping. Capping comes first. Why don't you live stream the field day? We'll throw some money on some of these kids' competitions. Come on.
The
Come on, DG.
50-yard dash?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
100-yard dash? The obstacle course? What are we doing?
Three-legged race. I'll take some money
cries
on the
first?
three-legged race.
And Charles, I thought we were, Soupy says family or fans. I thought we were his family. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought as well. I'm still interested to see this chipmunk video as well.
I tell you what, we're going to play I held it out for a reason. We're going to play the chipmunk video tomorrow when DG hopefully shows up on time, as he is on the show tomorrow, and we get him to explain himself, because things are getting out of control at the Greer household. We've got young deer, young chipmunks, young
Squirrels.
what other squirrels?
Coach,
Things
I
we
believe
deal with.
DG's off the show tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, because he's got family in town to go to said field day. He'll be back on Friday. Soupy, can you come on tomorrow? Are you busy?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
guess
was easy.
we just filled DG's spot tomorrow. Thank you.
Oh,
You'll see the
Wally
same crowd
Pip.
tomorrow.
I was
Let's go.
hoping that nope was going to be coming on the show. Nope.
Can't do it. Can't
No,
do it.
tomorrow, family comes first. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You're damn right you will. Gentlemen, as always, great job. It's time for the closing bell. Joey in the chat says DG must be married to Snow White with all the animals that are coming in his house, especially those particular animals, AB.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's pretty cool that chipmunks, we're have a built-in racing stripe on them, because they do run fast. I do enjoy that. Also, you're talking about Wally Pip. Look up on YouTube today, Bill Belichick, Wally Pip. There's a clip of when the Patriots drafted a young kid named Julian Edelman, okay? And in his first preseason game against the Eagles, Wes Welker doesn't want to return kickoffs or punts, right?
Yep.
So Belichick's on his ass like, oh, yeah, way to go, way to compete. Welker's like, oh, he can have it, whatever. Edelman took it to the crib all the way, right? And Belichick goes, you ever heard of Wally Pip? Wes Welker goes, no, who's that? And he goes, you're about to find out. It's hilarious.
And Wes Welker became the fourth receiver on that team because Edelman was number 3 in the slot.
Welker was in Houston in about 3 weeks.
That's so awesome. By the way, shout out to Phil Winmore. My granddaughter is going to state in junior high as a 6th grader. Tell her good luck from the DTL family, please. Tell her to bring home the blue ribbon, I believe is first place. Blue, red, and white in field day. All right. AB, what is the Howie Schwab crew play of the day?
Yeah, Howie looking good there in the St. John's. The Thunder, -3.5. The crew is going with just Oklahoma City on absolute fire. Love the play there. So, you know what, crew? You guys been crushing it. Riding it with you. You're making me money. So I appreciate you there. Yep, Thunder, man. That's where they go.
I think that I'm going to play. I'll look real quick before we get off the air. I think because of that number, -160. I think I'm going to play the Thunder on the money line tonight. And because the Mavs are good, but I think they're going to be a little bit tired because they had to go from LA and all that. So I don't mind laying the 60 cents. And I like it, AB, because what do we talk about all the time? Space your bets out, right? And that's the late game tonight. So we can wait. Yep. Would you lay
Dodgers might be a good Yeah, no, I like it. And, if you're even looking for another way, if you're looking for a parlay, but good juice and, we're not saying easy, but the Dodgers, right? Team totals, Dodgers money line, that's a good dance partner with that as well, if you're looking for it. So there's a lot of good ways. I like the way you're thinking on that. I follow you as soon as the show's over. Yeah.
Very good. Do not forget, live today for everybody. It's not just a Crew exclusive. 2:00 Eastern time. We have the overs with AB. Then at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we got DTL Golf with the best golf crew in the business. AB, have a great day. All right, sir? Producer man, thank you for my one shot. You know what time it is. It's time for you to go out into the world. It's time for you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Be honest with each other. That's how it works as we build a team, build a family, synergy. We love doing this every single day, but understand this. We cannot do without all of you. So share the show. Come here every single day. We love it as much as you love it. And understand this. We're going to have another great day. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know. Shout out to Good Boy Golf. What that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire football. The man from the dirty, hottest soccer capper in the world. And he says, it's not just soccer. I do it all. Charles or Big Chuck. My numbers guy. Nobody smarter than my man, Raphael. Best beard in the game. Can do all the sports. My man, Soupy, who will show up live tomorrow, DG. And never forget about my partner, AB, the 5-tool player and producer, man, always behind the scenes doing what he do. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day right here on Driving the Line. Good luck.